Hi, everybody, and we're here with Andrew Bryce,
Charlie?
President and CEO of American Roofing and Sheet Metal, Inc., correct?
Correct.
And you are a national commercial roofing company.
Correct. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, we did shows before, and we showed you people out there a lot about commercial roofs. First thing I think I want to ask for the people out there who don't know,
Yep.
they can go to your website, which is AmericanRoofingUS.us.
Yep,
right?
.us, yep.
AmericanRoofing.us.
Yeah.
What can a person expect? First of all,
Yeah.
you do commercial roofs and commercial roofs only.
That's right. That's right.
What constitutes a commercial roof for the people out there who don't know?
Yeah. Okay. So we all live in a home, and we don't do those types of residential homes. Right.
Right.
Right. We can, but we're certainly capable. But our business, we're focused on commercial buildings. Let's say, you envision like a Walmart, okay, Home Depot,
Mm-hmm.
the malls, Sangertown, Crossgates
Mm-hmm.
Mall, and these big mall facilities,
Mm-hmm.
So those are the types of larger commercial buildings, the big flat roofs, even schools, So we concentrate on those types of, larger projects.
Now, is a commercial roof always a flat roof?
Generally speaking, a lot of them have, believe it or not, you can be inside like maybe a Walmart. Okay, you can look up and you'll see the metal decking and you'll see, hey, this looks like a flat roof. And they're generally speaking flat, but sometimes you'll get up on the roof and you'll realize some of them have a pretty good structural slope to get the water off the roof. They're not really flat. So a lot of the slope and the structure is what's designed to actually shed the water off these roofs. So most have a little slope.
I'm kind of curious. Does a flat roof, commercial roof, slope front to back, or is there a certain way, or depending on the building?
Good question. It's all kind of by design. Like, a lot of buildings, if they're not too far in length, like some of your typical plazas, you go to a plaza like a local strip mall type thing, exactly. And a lot of them tend to pitch front to back. They'll pitch the design of the building from front to back, and they'll have gutters in the back, big gutters. Some are huge. You've seen where we can actually fabricate those gutters.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and so those types of roofs are, they're not, hundreds of feet in depth. They're maybe 100 feet, wide, and those gutters will pitch one direction. So where you get into the buildings where maybe there's drains that are interior drains is where you'll have such a large building, like let's say a Walmart or a Home Depot, and you can't pitch a building 300 feet, It's quite challenging for the architects to design all that. So they'll have interior drains where the roof may pitch down and then pitch back up, and then there'll be a collection area here, and then there'll be interior drains.
And it'll run off.
It would depend on the size of the building.
Am I saying the correct word? Parapet roof is also a commercial roof that goes up?
Am I saying
that right?
Parapet, you are saying it right. Parapet is kind of like the walls that may surround the front of a roof. So you've got your roof, and then you'll have a parapet wall. It may be a 3-foot or 5-foot brick wall.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with attached row buildings.
Yes.
I've had experience with that a little bit.
Yep.
But you take care of that also.
Oh yeah. We'll do all the walls. We'll fully adhere new membrane, whether it's TPO or rubber. These types of, in the last few shows we've shown some of the products that we've used, and we will envelop and we will wrap the parapet wall with the membrane, so it really gives it vulcanized whole system. Yes.
The last few shows that we did for American Roofing showed the different layers that you do and everything.
Right.
And you can also repair a roof, but you also can completely tear off a roof.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, if someone who doesn't know wants to know, they would go to your website and they would see everything that they need to see.
Yeah, we've got a lot of information on there. We've got a lot of photos. There's a lot of contacts to get a hold of customers and look at different projects we've done in the past. And you're right. The different projects we've shown in the previous shows will show a lot of the different kinds of projects that we do. For instance, the last show we did was Redford, Michigan. We kind of focused on that job, and that was a very involved job. Where
That was
we were,
extensive.
Yeah, we were tearing out a lot of the bad decking and got a lot of positive feedback on that. People have seen the show talk about they had no idea that some of these commercial
Right.
buildings will be that involved to
Yeah.
taking out the old decking, and we were having to repair all new steel with the old bad concrete, and that job showcased that a lot. Today, we've got a couple of projects that we're going to integrate a bunch of video in and show, one of which is the Buffalo Walden Galleria Mall in Buffalo. Okay, that project there was a rubber roof, and we'll see that, in the video footage. And we ripped off the old rubber roof. It was probably 5 years old. They don't last, forever. And some roofs get a lot more abuse than others. Like some of these mall facilities, you got a lot of people up on them servicing the equipment.
Yeah.
And
Air conditioning units.
yeah, all that kind of stuff, and they get walked on a lot more, and they'll take, it'll depreciate the strength of the roof in time, with all the wear and tear on it and stuff. So that particular roof we replaced, and again, we'll show a lot of the operation of that particular job, taking off the rubber roof, installing new polyisocyanurate insulation, and we go up to current codes. Like that particular job, that area required 2 layers of 2.6 insulation to meet the R factor standards, and then we did a fully adhered rubber roof system on that. And another job that we're going to show a bunch of video footage on and stuff is the Crossgates Mall in Albany, where we're actually taking off a rubber roof as well there. And that's a situation where it's got a lot of wetness underneath it. Not all the way to the deck. We don't need to do like in Redford, we had to do a lot of deck replacement. This one just has a lot of wet insulation, underneath it that we've got to remove that, put down new dry insulation, and then we're going to install a TPO roof over the top of that. So there's 2 jobs that we're going to focus on a little bit today in the video
TPO
footage.
is a synthetic covering?
Yeah, it's like
right?
it's like a tripolyolefin. It's like a plasticizer.
It's a good point to mention.
Yeah.
Most people want to save money on the roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, gee, I'm leaking.
Yeah.
Can you put tar? Can you put a foam?
Yeah.
They hear prices. Hey, make no mistake about it. A commercial roof, done right, guaranteed for 25 years,
That's right.
is not cheap.
No.
And you think, oh my God, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. Okay, depending on what kind of property you have, of course. When you got moisture underneath, like Andy says, and you try to put stuff over top of it, that doesn't work. The minute it freezes, it cracks, it's no good. Meanwhile, your structure underneath is getting waterlogged, and if it's wood in there, it's going to collapse. It won't let. Yeah. I've had the unfortunate experience of learning this the hard way. Oh, I'm not going to go for that kind of money. Oh my God, he's nuts. No.
Yeah, that's
you got to remember something. When you got rental property, you got businesses, and your roof is the main thing. Your property's worth. If the roof's no good, your property's no good. Nobody's going to buy it. Believe me when I tell you.
Yeah.
But the thing about when you put a commercial roof like American Roofing puts on, you can add that to the equity of your building. Your building's worth that. The first thing a person asks when they come in to buy something, how's the roof? How's the heat? Those 2 are number 1, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I've seen that happen many times. So the right way to go, I know it's expensive, but you get it back.
You do. It's a long-term investment. I
Sure,
mean,
and if you're
yeah.
getting rental income, and this is important.
Yeah.
You know how you try to patch in, here they are. Oh, my apartment's leaking again. It's leaking again. You're over there patching it again. Waste of time. Bite the bullet. Do it right with American Roofing. Guaranteed top quality products. And you're going to see by this infomercial how it's done. You want to go to the website, which is AmericanRoofing.us.
You got it.
Correct?
You got it.
Right?
Yep,
Right.
yep.
Okay.
And here's an example, those are all great points. And we talk about this Redford, Michigan job. This particular building went way too far, way too long.
What kind of business was in there?
I think there's a manufacturing facility, and I think it sat empty for 10 or 15 years, is my understanding.
I see.
So the roof was leaking, it got into the concrete, it was rotting everything, it was let go. We brought it all back around, made it all brand new again. It's being turned into mini storage right now, and it's been resurrected.
How many square feet was that?
It was 80,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a large.
You can
building.
handle anything.
Yeah, we do. We do all large.
Well, you did pyramid malls.
Yeah, we do a lot of.
You did Destiny. You did Sangertown.
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of work at Sangertown. And you talk about the large, size jobs that we do, and hey, we'll do some smaller commercial buildings. We're not, you don't have to have $1 million roof, or we're not interested. We do smaller ones.
What would you say is your average point you start at with square foot? Do you have one or no?
Not really,
it's
but
only the job.
Jobs, most
Yeah.
commercial buildings are at least 3,000 to
Yeah.
maybe
That's
6,000,
good size,
10,000.
3,000.
Those are smaller jobs, but they're nice little. We get in and out really quickly on them jobs. We turn them fast. But then we get into the jobs that are 80,000, 100,000 square feet, and we do them too. So we do a wide range.
I know you hear this a lot, where you went, you looked at it, you gave them a price, they freaked, they tried to go another way, they got buried, the roof failed.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've had, we've been called back to help people out in situations like that. We feel badly, but and listen,
People
we
don't
encourage
know.
people. We encourage people to get, just don't call American Roofing. We tell you it's $100,000 to do your roof, and you just give us the job. We don't want you to do that. Go ahead and get some estimates.
Yeah, sure.
We encourage that. We bring our best price. We are competitive, and we land most of our work because we do have a great pricing structure. We are competitive, very competitive.
Being the market of what it is with the contracts is the way it is, you'll come in with a legitimate 25-year guarantee roof that's dynamite.
Yeah.
Then you get a secondary roofer who's I won't say a thief, who's kind of on the shyster side, will do 20,000 less or 15,000 less. You think you're getting a deal. He did half of what you were going to do. And do you know, if I went up there, would I know if my decking was bad? Would I know if my sides were and would I know if my roof needed a replacement or just a repair?
Yep.
People are scared because they think,
gotta be
this
careful.
guy's trying to hose me.
You gotta
That's
be
why
careful.
you, who was the mayor of West Winfield for 12 years.
I was,
And
yeah.
everybody knows you, knows you're a straight shooter, knows of your guarantee, and knows that you're 100% legit. Too legit to quit, they say.
That's right,
Yes.
that's right.
And that's why you're as successful as you are.
Thank you.
Tremendous facility here.
Thank you. You got to build your reputation up.
Over the years, yeah, you have.
I was proudly served as the mayor of West Winfield for 12 years. It was a great honor. It was a great privilege. I learned I have no regrets, and I got out of doing it a couple years ago, but that was fun, and I enjoyed doing it.
A lot of people stop into the Forever Leather store and say, "Oh, I saw your show with Andy." I saw, Andy. Everybody knows Andy, and that's the thing, your reputation. And then when you need a roof, everybody knows. That's a lot. You can put that silver stuff on. Put the black stuff on. Put this on. Put the tar stuff. They don't know what they're talking about.
Hey, let me tell you a story. Like, I got a call. My daughter went to college in ECU, North Carolina, and I met one of her friends' moms at one of the games. We went to a football game, and she had a problem just about a week ago. She called me up from North Carolina, and she said, "Andy, we had this roof done in 2020. Okay, this, God's honest true story. That she called me just last week and was telling me that the roof is only 3 years old and it's leaking all over very badly. They got water underneath this brand new. It was a TPO membrane, but it was kind of done by a fly-by-night guy, and her name is Amy. So I looked. She sent me photos and she sent me measurements, and I Googled it and looking at the workmanship and whatnot was done with her, I says, Amy, it was a large building. It's probably going to cost between $350,000 and $500,000, $500,000. It's all got to be ripped off and replaced. It's only 3 years old. So these stories are out there. It's a huge decision. You want to very definitely get prices, investigate who you're going to give the job to, and make sure that you're getting the best job.
It's just, you got to scrutinize your roofer like you would someone who's going to do an operation on you. Well, who does the cutting? Dr. So-and-so. Who did you? Dr. So-and-so. You don't want to go with Dr. Nobody. You want Dr. Goodman.
Do your homework. And there's good companies out there. Get competitive pricing. And you'll find more often than not, and I would say it's far more often, that American Roofing is going to be your guy. We're going to have competitive numbers. We're going to give you the best job. And that's what we offer. You
got a lot of bone guys, they say by that, incompetence in the commercial roofing business that do a half step. Like we've been in where our store is, it's leaked tremendously, had 15, 20 different roofers up there doing this, doing that, patching this, patching that. Oh, they blame it on the HVAC unit.
Yep.
They say, oh no, it's leaking around your unit, it's not the roof. Well, how is a guy like me supposed to know? I'm not going on a roof. I could go on a roof and I couldn't see if it leaked, where it leaked, or how it leaked, you know?
Yep.
It's just like getting an operation. You've got to check it out. You got to know that this is the roofer to do. So, 3 years down the road, you're right back where you started. American roofing.
Great analogy.
Well, I mean, I learned. Hey, listen, school of hard knocks. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I try to save money. You try to save money.
Yeah.
This is not, compromise elsewhere, not with a roof. You wouldn't compromise on a heart operation.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk.
Was there something you want? Oh, how about your awards? All the awards you got.
Yeah, we did all them last year. Yeah, we
did a last show, but I want to mention
last show, not last year. So we got the Centurion Awards from Carlisle. We've got so many different recognitions, and we're gonna get on the computer in a minute. Going to show you a couple of mock-ups of how we go out and measure up the buildings and how we put together. I want some of the building owners, business owners to see how detailed that we are with putting together some of the pricing structure and stuff. So when we give you an estimate, you realize we put a lot into it. We come out to your facility, we measure everything up, we'll do test cuts, check and make sure, do you have wet insulation? Do you have bad decking? We come out and figure all that out. We're gonna show some of that. And in the videos, again, you're gonna see where we're tearing off the roofs, both in Buffalo's, Walden Galleria, and we have another job in Albany on Crossgate Mall. And those jobs are both involving taking the rubber roof off the top, replacing some of the wet substrate, and putting back a new roof. So we'll show some of that. And we want to talk about, mention, remember, we're in, I said before, West Winfield, New York, great little place to raise a family. Been here 25 years. My wife was born and raised here. I met her and moved here. Absolutely love it here. But we work all over. We're going to show you a job we did in Anchorage, Alaska. We did a Cinemark movie theater just a couple of years ago. We did jobs, in fact, I think another one was Cinemark in Denver, Colorado. We did a job last year in Crawfordsville, Indiana for Kroger. Everybody knows Kroger food stores.
Sure.
We do the Albertsons and Acme food stores up and down the East Coast. We've done in Jersey and Connecticut and Pennsylvania. We just did a job in Montpelier, Vermont. We just picked up another job in Massachusetts on Cape Cod. We're going to be doing another Shaw's food market. So people, not just around Utica, not around just upstate New York, people around the country trust us. People pull us in from different directions, and we can be competitive there too. They get prices, they pick American Roofing. So we'll show some of that, and the videos will show some of the other applications on these particular jobs we're speaking about today. And so we'll move on to that and go from there.
One thing I want to mention too is your drains and your hatches, as they call it.
Yeah, the roof hatches.
So you enter the roof through the hatch.
Yeah.
State-of-the-art stuff, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, we order all brand new equipment as needed or as requested.
When I saw your drains and I saw your hatches, and I think about some of the buildings I've been on and saw it, I had no idea. You know what's wonderful about your videos and everything? You take a layman who doesn't know anything but owns commercial property, and you watch what you do. Once you watch it and see it, you understand.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback.
Once you explain
people are learning
the leaking and why and all that, it's not that hard. It's not rocket science, but it is a technique. It is a product thing. You want to get somebody, just like you were taking care of your health, you take care of your building so it'll hold its value. Let's go look at this stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good. We're right here. Explain what we're doing here.
Okay, so I wanted to show a little bit about some of the building owners and people responsible for facilities and stuff that are going to call American Roof. We give a little tutorial, if you will, to show what exactly we do. We did a little bit of this from a few shows ago when we met Michael, but I wanted to spend a couple more minutes so people really see what's involved. So we'll go here. Let's just pick Cinemark. Right here, which is in Anchorage, Alaska, okay? So we actually did a job in Anchorage, Alaska. Sounds kind of crazy, but we work all over, and look how far. We actually flew the men out here. People will call us, people that have property all over, will call us to these different places they own. This is a movie theater, right? I'm trying to zone
In
in on
Anchorage,
it.
Alaska.
Yeah, we'll pull up these facilities and we can.
Now all the material are shipped in like that?
We had the material for this. They wanted special type of 090 membrane, very thick, not standard. So we actually had all the membrane shipped in on a barge.
090.
090.
Is that
yeah.
the best you can get?
It's really good stuff, dude. It's one of the finest. Yeah, it's one of the finest.
Do you do a lot of work with that?
With 090, we've done a few. It's not the only project we've done. The state of New York, we've done some state police barracks and some work for the state of New York will require 090.
No.
You know, this particular facility. So this is Anchorage, Alaska. You know, and this.
How big was that roof?
This is.
Andy?
I think this was about 100,000 square feet. It was large. This was like a, what's it say here? 16 cinema. And plus, it's got the,
God.
you know, the XD, you know, and it was a huge. Look at the size of this building, huge.
That's finished, complete there?
Yes, that's actually finished job. That's actually our roof. That's installed.
That's all the AC units and stuff like that?
Yeah, HVAC.
Wow,
Yep.
now you know why there's a lot of travel on the roof.
Yeah, see, all these units have to be taken care of. You know,
When
they
you put a
change the
roof on there
filters.
like that, are they still there?
The units,
You
yes.
do around them?
Yeah, we do around them, and we flash them and make them all waterproof.
If someone was going to have a roof like that done and there was nothing on it, was a new building,
Yeah.
would you put the units on first, then the roof, or the roof and then the units?
In a case when it's a brand new building, 99 times out of 100, we
Yeah.
put the roof on first, and they'll come in
I
and
see.
put the units on.
I see.
We've been rushed along a little bit where they want to put the units on, and then there's ways to do it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not ready with the roof, and they come and put the units on. But it, you know, generally speaking, all
I see.
the roof goes
Okay.
first. Yep.
Continue.
Yep. So yeah, so we on this particular job, again, we can measure out all the different. You know, we'll just pull up our measuring tools here, just to show you.
When did you do that?
We click on, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, we did this particular building.
This
And we
roof
can-
is guaranteed for 25 years?
This is a 25-year roof system.
Wow.
So I just clicked on the, you know, the elevation from, looks probably north to south here, and we've got 181 feet. So
Look at
just
that.
right on my computer, and here's a printout of that particular building. So, you know, just right from here, we know it's 181 feet. We'll do the other dimensions. We can pull dimensions off buildings anywhere in the country off of Google Earth.
So in other words, a customer can call you, tell you what they've got.
Yep.
You go on the computer, you can do the whole 9 yards, estimate, cost, everything right here?
You got it. You got it. In
Before
fact-
looking at the roof?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, in fact, I told you a friend of mine had a problem with a building she owns in North Carolina there about a week ago, and she told me the address. I Googled it, I measured it, and then that's when I got the bad news I gave her about how many square feet it is, a large building, and the workmanship and everything was not good. So yeah, I was able to assist, and anybody, even a building owner, could call up. I could pull up the address of the building, and I could. In minutes, I could click and figure out the dimensions of the building within
Depending on what they
reason.
want.
Depending on what they want, what the conditions of the building are. Now, there's much more that needs to take place.
Sure,
I
you
can't
gotta
just-
go inspect it,
Yeah, I
right,
can't
yeah.
just shoot them a price over the
Yes.
phone. But I can probably give them a budget number. I could
Yeah.
probably let them know what they're dealing
if
with.
this, if that, too.
Yeah, depending on the conditions.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can do a lot. And so what we'll do is we'll do a printout of a building. I just chose this particular job, and then we'll get a folder going, right? We'll have a printouts of the building. We'll put together a map, right, of the actual facility, and we'll have photos. I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but we'll have different photos of the building. Like when we go out there, we'll do a full takeoff, and we'll take different photo conditions of the roof and what's going on, and so it helps us to come back, put an estimate together, which we'll do. So we'll go on our spreadsheet here, and this is one of our it's a basic Excel spreadsheet. We'll itemize all the materials that are needed to go into this job. You know, here we got 10-inch screws, we got polyiso insulation, we got 7-inch screws. We price everything out, put a detailed estimate together. This is how we stay competitive. We don't just wing a number. You got 100,000 square feet. I don't know.
No,
8,000
I know,
square-
it's very
No.
precise.
Yeah, we want to win this job. We want to come in with the best price. We'll put a detailed estimate together. Then in the end, we got the pricing will come all together at the end. We'll add our labor, our profit, and that's how we'll put
Andy,
it
let me
together.
ask you a question. For people who don't know, what are some warning signs that you need work? That you,
Yeah, good
there's
question.
a problem.
Yeah, good question. Of course, it's the common, I got leaks, my ceiling's getting
Yeah, that
wet, I
right
got
away.
a bucket, and I got to collect the
hit.
water. But yeah, I mean, the age of the roof is something people ought to be aware of. How they know that, you know, how old their facility is. They ought to have general maintenance done. You should have maintenance done.
How often would you look at a roof?
Well, I mean,
for maintenance?
Yeah, I mean, you should.
Every 3 years, or if it was a new one, of course. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you just didn't know, never had it replaced,
I think you should have, you know, once or twice a year, you should have a
look up
professional
there.
go
You
out.
know, a roof can be
look everything over.
close to causing severe damage, but you don't see anything, so you don't know.
Yeah.
One of the things I learned
Yeah.
was ponding. Your
Yeah.
drain is incorrect.
Yes.
Like if you got a little lake on your roof, or
Yeah.
you know, it's not draining properly, and believe me, eventually that will come down. We're down to 2 minutes here left in the show. Is there anything else you wanted to bring out at all?
No, I think.
You got a phone
that,
number for?
Yeah, 315-822-5252, and it's www.americanroofing.us.
Yes.
That's our website. So.
Right, and it's American Roofing and Sheet Metal Inc.
Yep.
When sheet metal, you mean?
Well, you know, all that we showed in the last shows where we take our machining out in the warehouse there and we fabricate all the metal edgings. You know, we make that all here in house.
All custom work.
All
right?
custom made.
Right.
It's all computerized bender. You know, we make all different types of, each building, like this particular building, required its own type of metal. We make that all here. We shipped it out.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I got one last thing for you, though.
Yeah.
So, well, we got a shirt for Alibaba.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah, and we got last time I told you, you know, I think you had the shirt and you were breaking my chops. I didn't get you a hoodie, so now you got the hoodie too,
Get out,
right?
get
and we
out,
got a hood
get
for
out,
Ali
get out.
also. So and
This is great. This is great. I love it. I wear. You know, people say all the time, I wear everybody's shirts. You know, Yeti's, Big Dog. Oh, I wear yours all the time. you
Yeah,
know?
we appreciate. I saw you with it on.
Now, my ex says to me, "What's with you in red?" I said,
Yeah.
"This is America Roofing."
Yeah, you know it.
Listen, you need a commercial roof, you got to call this guy. He's going to take care of you. I believe and trust in this company 100%, or I wouldn't do it. And you know that. Those of you who know me know I like to back people who are dynamite. And Andy, you are.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Cool,
that.
man.
You know, thank you for coming. We got one last thing. I got a challenge for you today.
What's that?
You and I are gonna play a game of ping pong.
I suck.
Go, no, we got to give it a try. Come on.
Can't even stand up.
Come on, stop it. Let's go. Come on over here. I'm going to challenge you to a game. Ready? I was trying to. Oh, uh-oh.
1-0.
All right.
I would have got that, but I was sleeping.
Okay, ready? And look at that. I did.
1-1, dog. Is that right? I get a point there?
You're right.
All right, here we go.
Okay, ready? All right, I got another ball. Now, wait, that one went off?
Hey, 2-1, dog.
Uh-oh.
2-1. Now you're going to lay it on me. All right, go ahead.
Oh, that's 3-1.
All right.